I'm here to tell you that you have to read this queer, magical, girl boss trilogy right now. Hi, hello, how are you? I'm Alex. If you're new here, it's nice to meet you. And if you're coming back, we're best friends now. You know how this goes. I hope you're doing well, and if not, that's okay. I totally get it, and I hope tomorrow is better. For now, just buckle up with a snack, a coffee or a tea, and enjoy the show, I guess. So a few weeks ago, I went to this publishing event with Candlewick Press. It was virtual. And Candlewick Press, they typically publish young adult and middle grade and I think children's fiction books. And there were some really incredible authors that came to speak and discuss their new releases that are coming out soon, either in the spring or summer of 2022. And one of the authors that came to talk was Caroline O'Donoghue, who is this Irish author, and she has written a couple of adult fiction novels, which I haven't read yet, and she has just started this new young adult trilogy. The first book is out, the second book is coming out this June, and then the third book hasn't been released yet. There's no title for it even. It just says 2023. That's it. This series is so much fun. I don't usually read YA because it's not something that I feel like I can relate to. They're usually not stories that I feel like I can connect to. But this is so well written and so well put together. The main character is so chaotic and so relatable at times, and I really just fell in love with the characters and with the stories. The first book in the series is All Our Hidden Gifts. Like I said, Caroline O'Donoghue. First of all, can we appreciate this cover? This is a fantastic cover. This is our main character, Maeve. Just admire the cover for a second, okay? I had so much fun reading this. So essentially this tells a story of Maeve, who isn't that great at school. She's the youngest of 5 kids in her family. She also doesn't have very many friends. She ditched her best friend in order to maybe make friends with a popular crowd, but it's not really working out for her because she can't relate to them. One day after acting out, she is sent to detention, where she is told to clean up the chokey, which is this room in the basement that they nickname the chokey after the movie/book Matilda. And as she's cleaning up the chokey, she finds a cassette player, a Walkman. She starts listening to some 80s, 90s punk and grunge music. And then she stumbles upon a set of tarot cards. Now Maeve, she knew about tarot cards, but she didn't know much of them. She didn't know what tarot cards meant, or how to use them. But after spending hours and hours cleaning up in the chokey, and she is sent home, she gets into looking what tarot is all about. And she stumbles upon a YouTuber that discusses the meanings of the different cards. And, she familiarizes herself with the cards, does a couple readings for herself, and she comes across a strange card called the Housekeeper. But nowhere in her reading or her video watching can she find anything about the Housekeeper. What is the Housekeeper card? She's never heard of it before. The card also looks a little bit different to the rest, like it doesn't belong. She kind of sets that aside, doesn't really think about it. And then the next day at school, more people start to find out about the tarot cards and they ask her for readings. And then she meets Fiona, who offers to be her manager. So they start charging people to do tarot readings. And then they're thrown into this whole world of magic. Her ex-best friend goes missing. She falls in love with Ro, and all kinds of crazy stuff happens. I don't want to spoil anything for you, but I highly recommend this, especially if you like magic, especially if you're interested in stuff like tarot, and if you just want to read about a badass main character. The second book in the series, it comes out When does it come out? Sometime in June of this year, but I don't remember when. I feel like it's June 6th, but I'm not certain. Anyway, this is super exciting because I got an ARC copy for this. When I received both of these books in the mail from Candlewick Press, I was so excited about it because I was like, does that mean I'm a real booktuber now? So yes, the second book in the series coming out in June, so you better get started on the first and get hyped for the second. And that's The Gifts That Binds Us. This is also a fantastic cover, and it shows all the main characters. There's Maeve in the middle, Fiona behind her. This is Ro and his sister Lily. This book was so intense. I didn't like it as much at first. In the beginning, I felt it was a little slow. But then it really starts to pick up and the story gets super intense. And I really like the whole aspect of like magic kind of being tied to your childhood, and how if you don't hold on to that magic and if you don't listen to that magic, you start to lose it and you start to forget. Really interesting concept. Ended up loving this book so much. When I turned the last page, I was like, what do you mean I have to wait a whole year to read book 3? A whole year? So good. You guys should be so excited about this series. I usually don't get excited about YA like this, but I'm so hyped for the third book, and I'm so excited for you guys to read it. And I highly recommend that you go to your library right now and you put these books on hold, because you are going to want to read it. Anyway, that's it. That's all for today. It was just a quick little video. I wanted to share these books with you. I wanted to hype them up for you because they're so worth it. And they honestly really got me out of my reading slump. I had a rough reading month in March, and these pulled me right out of it in April. Definitely go check those out. I'm really excited to read O'Donnell Hughes' adult fiction books too, because I've heard really good things about them. And yeah, that's all for now. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.